What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we're backing out with an Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be a PU Wi-Fi battle against Chiara, somebody I battled off a Discord. Now today, I'm using a lot of movesets you guys suggested for me to use, such as special attacking Gourgeist, Ledian, because fuck me, Ray, offensive Ledian, just kill me now, using special Poliwrath, Rapidash, and Giraffe Rig, as my opponent's team is pretty cool. Not really that scary because there's no like Mesprit or Archeops in this battle, so congratulations, we have a fun PU Wi-Fi battle, hooray! I can't even be sarcastic, we actually have a fun PU Wi-Fi battle, so I'm very excited about this battle, that is for sure. So I'm gonna lead off with my Edwin Hood Rat, my Gourgeist, the very mini version, so we can be as fast as possible for obvious reasons that you'll see later on in the battle. My opponent's off with the Jewel, Jewel the Pro Pass, very original. So we're able to see my opponent has an air balloon, very useless because, you know, the game tells you when your opponent has air balloon or anyways, but you know, Frisk tried. So I'm gonna expect Stealth Rock, so I'm gonna go for Magicoat on my Gourgeist because instead of running Stealth Rocks on this team, we just give a random Pokemon Magicoat because who needs entry hazard when you can just bounce them back. So this way, if my opponent doesn't bring Stealth Rocks, then I won't actually get Stealth Rocks up. But if my opponent does bring up Stealth Rocks, or does bring Stealth Rocks, I'll most likely be able to set them up because I'm usually able to tell what Pokemon carries the Stealth Rocks, so sometimes it is a guessing game for sure. So my opponent's going to lay up the Stealth Rocks on the second turn just so he can, you know, pressure my Ledian. Understandable, Ledian is a very threatening Pokemon. I can understand why you want to threaten him out. So I'm going to go for the Endure here for pretty obvious reasons. My opponent's going to go for the Power Gem. Of course, we're going to live at 1 HP. And now we're going to activate our weakness policies. So I still have doubts that Ledian at +2 won't be able to knock out Probopass, but we do have the Iron Fist boosted Drain Punch. Hopefully we can get this kill on Probopass, as for some reason he doesn't even carry Sturdy, he carries Magnet Pull because he wants to trap Steel types, I'm assuming. That's the only reason why he wouldn't carry Sturdy, but yeah, we're able to knock out Probopass, so Ledian got 1 kill. Thank God. Now I can just release this back into the wild, or maybe I'll just Wonder Trade it. I'll probably just Wonder Trade it because I'm never using this Ledian again. God, I hate Ledian. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Ledian. You're just so bad. I wish you were better, but you're just not that good. But I'm not trying to sack this thing off to Scarf Primate, so I bring in my Poliwrath and expecting Stone Edge, but my opponent has Ice Punch instead, which is very good to know. We're able to tank it reasonably well, as my opponent's going to be forced out of the Scarf Primate and bring in the Blood Branch, the Trevenant. Now, I assume my opponent was going to bring in Trevenant, so I actually go for the Choice Specs Ice Beam because I'm actually Specs Poliwrath, which is pretty clutch. As you'll see, Specs Ice Beam does very little damage because Poliwrath's special attack stats pretty low, and this Trevenant probably has a lot of special defense EVs because it gets Will-O-Wisp, so I don't really know if they run defense EVs or special defense EVs, but yeah, the Ice Beam didn't do that much damage. But regardless, I'm still gonna try again. Gonna go for the Ice Beam. Hopefully we can knock this thing out with the Ice Beam, maybe get a Freeze Hacks, but unfortunately Trevenant's able to live, consume his next Citrus Berry, and yeah, Poliwrath is doing very little damage to this Trevenant, and now he can go for the Horn Leech and most likely knock me out because Poliwrath is pretty weak, but we're able to live because Poliwrath is very bulky as well, so I guess this Trevenant doesn't really have attack EVs because I felt like that would have knocked me out if he had any attack EVs, but I guess, you know, Poliwrath, I underestimated Poliwrath there and I overestimated Trevenant, so we're able to keep our Poliwrath thankfully, and now I'm going to bring in Ledian, you win here. Just to switch into Horn Leech. My opponent predicts my switch here, which he does, he actually predicts my switch goes for the Will-O-Wisp. Very smart call. He realizes that I want to save my Poliwrath for later. He's going to burn my Ledian, which is kind of unfortunate, though Ledian was pretty much dead weight in this battle regardless. And now I kind of make a pretty bad play. So he's able to harvest, get his Citrus Berry back, and now he can actually switch out. So he's going to withdraw the Trevenant and bring in Bowser here, the Turtonator, and I didn't even realize this, but he's able to bring in his Turtonator for free, as Acrobatics is my last move. Actually, my other last move is Agility. I have Agility, Endure, Acrobatics, and Drain Punch. Very bad moveset, but I have to make do with Ledian's awful stats and move pool. Well, its move pool isn't that bad. It's more of its stats that are lackluster. But Acrobatics is going to do very little damage, and now he's able to go for Shell Smash. I do have a Z Snatch Crocorock on this team. If I was smart and thinking, I would have double switched there instead of like acrobaticsing with Ledian to begin with, because I should have known that he was going to try to abuse my burn Ledian, but unfortunately I misplayed and now I have to deal with a +2 Turtonator. But thankfully he doesn't have white herb or anything of the sort, so we're able to weaken him to the point where I'm hoping that Specs Polyrat's Vacuum Wave will come through and knock out the Turtonator, as thankfully Specs Vacuum Wave is actually able to knock out Turtonator. That is the unfortunate part. I'm not running white herb. You have very low defensive stats after you shell smash, and so you are more prone to priority. And thankfully Specs Polyrath actually came through there. Now I'm gonna still decide to save my Specs Polyrath because having priority later on in the game is very handy to have. So I'm gonna bring in Thug Life Jr. here just to die, because I already killed the Shell Smasher, so what's the point of having a Z-Snatch Crocker-Rock, really? So I just let this thing die to an Ice Punch. My opponent did go for the Ice Punch there, predicting me to switch into Gourgeist probably. Down goes my my poor Crocker-Rock. But now I'm going to bring in Edwin Hood right here, and we're going to Frisk and see his Choice. No, he's Choice Band, not Choice Scarf. Yes, this is the one man, or one woman, not going to judge on the planet who does not run Scarf Primate. However, since Gourgeist is so tanky, we're able to level Ice Beam and activate our weakness policy. There we go. Special Gourgeist, get a weakness policy. Can we knock this guy out with Giga Drain? Let us see. Yes. And the Choice Banded Primate is going to go down after we're able to stomach a Banded Ice Punch and knock out the Primate with Giga Drain. So props to you, Gourgeist. Actually doing a little bit of work in this game. Doing a little bit more than I thought a Special Gourgeist would do. In comes Fab Fetus here, the Musharna. And I'm pretty sure this thing is most likely weakness policy, because weakness policy Musharna, I've actually faced it a little bit on the PU ladder as well. I'm actually surprised that people are actually using it, but Shadow Ball just one-shots that thing anyway. And my opponent said he was weakness policy, but unfortunately the Special Gourgeist is too strong. My opponent's going to bring in Pubic Crab here. These nicknames, man, very solid. I'm going to go for the Giga Drain here. Outspeed, because Gourgeist, its mini form, is actually really fast. It has like very similar speed to Primeape, I'm pretty sure. It's like 1 point lower. I might have that wrong, but yeah, Gourgeist mini form is actually so freaking fast. So yeah, that's why I'm using the mini form. So after I get weakness policy, I can outspeed stuff, but maybe I should run the fatter form so it can take more hits. I don't know, I was kind of debating between the two. But in comes Trevenant. Gonna go for Fire Blast, and we're going to miss. The Ghost Grasses are dueling it out here. We both miss our fire type attacks. I just wanted to reveal my last move, which was Fire Blast, but I missed. But thankfully that one turn wasted isn't going to matter. Fire Blast going to knock out the Blood Branch, and yes, the Gourgeist got a nice late game sweep, funnily enough. I didn't think Special Gourgeist would be able to do anything, but we're able to win. But worry not, ladies and gentlemen, we have a second battle for you guys today. I wouldn't leave you guys with just one battle. So we have battle number 2 against Andre, another person I battled off Discord using the same exact team as my opponent's team. Doesn't have Mesprit or Archeops yet again, so these are, I'm looking forward to this PU battle as well, because when I don't face Mesprit, Archeops, Skuntank every game, I get pretty stoked about the battle. So we're facing Andre today, as my opponent's going to, I lead off with Gourgeist again, expecting anything, as my opponent leads up with the, do you know, sorry, I almost threw up, my bad. He leads off with Sandslash, and the meme is from January. Let that shit die right now. Just let it die, please. You should probably ingest a Tide Pod for naming Sandslash that in March. Please make it stop. I'm gonna go for Magico, expecting Stealth Rocks, as you know. The Magico comes through 2 battles in a row. I'm very glad it did, because no one expects it from Gourgeist, because it's just like, why would you run Magicode on it? Exactly, that's why Magicode works on so many people. I'm gonna go for Magicode again, expecting Stealth Rocks. Again, my opponent goes for a knockoff this time around, and it's going to hurt a lot, but unfortunately for my opponent, we're able to activate our weakness policy, and so you're at +2 special attack and +2 attack. I wish I had Shadow Sneak on this thing. That would have made a lot of sense, but I'll take Special Gourgeist just because Edwin suggested it. Follows Hood Rat. So we're able to Giga Drain, get all of our health back. Yummy. And yeah, the Ugandan Sandslash hopefully dies for good. So down goes the Sandslash. My opponent's going to bring in the Bazooka, the Magmortar, and I'm like, I should outspeed this thing actually, because I'm the mini form, and I should be able to outspeed and knock him out with Shadow Ball, but it ends up he's Scarf Magmortar, and I'm like, oh, and then I get blasted away, and unfortunately, I'm sorry, you don't. The Special Gourgeist is unable to do much in this battle, but it won me the last battle, so I really can't complain. Now I'm gonna bring in my Scarf Rapidash here, my my Mataros, my legit shiny Rapidash. My opponent's gonna withdraw off the Magmortar and bring in the Give Me a Hug, the Maractus.
Yes! Yes!
So he's going to bring in Maractus, as I actually just go for the Wild Charge, anticipating the Water type to come in the Float Soul, but he makes a smart play, bringing in the Maractus and not bringing in the Water type. And, you know, Wild Charge still does a reasonable amount, and I don't want to stay in here and get Leech Seeded or, like, you know, Spiky Shield to give him a free substitute, so I'm obviously going to switch out here. I would hope my opponent's going to switch out here as well, because he doesn't know if I'm choiced or not, but he actually stays in here, goes for Spike. I was like, wow. Ooh, that was a risky ass play if I ever seen one. It's like he knew I was Choice Scarf, but maybe he predicted me to predict the switch. I don't know, but that was really risky. I was predicting Spiky Shield there, but he gets by free layers of spikes, a free layer spike, so I really can't complain, or he can't complain about that trade. And he has Stealth Rocks up and a layer spike, so pretty well played. Actually, he doesn't even have Stealth Rocks up because I didn't give him the chance to get him up. Never mind, he only has spikes up. We're able to crit Magmortar with Acrobatics, which is pretty funny. That was not my goals. My opponent predicts my switch into Rapidash and goes for Thunderbolt, so we're able to live because freaking Ledion's only good stat, it's Spadef stat. We're able to live, activate our weakness policy,
You're pretty good
and just not come out with the Acrobatics. So Ledion got 2 kills in this video, and now I can release it in Wonder Trade and not feel as bad. But yeah, down goes Magmortar to the Acrobatics, thankfully. I was hoping my opponent would go for Thunderbolt because I did have a Flash by Rapidash, and I wasn't sure if my opponent was going to predict that or not, but either way, Ledion dying isn't that big of a deal because it's pretty much dead weight anyways, sorry to say. Now I'm going to bring in Thug Life Jr., my Krokorok, because I'm anticipating Thunderbolt or Psyshock or anything, because I do resist his dual stab. If he has Surf / Focus Blast, I'm in a really bad situation. So my opponent's going to pull a switch into Hermitcraft here. My Crust Blade probably thought I was choiced, but I'm actually not choiced. I am Z-Snatch. Going to go for Knockoff here, predicting him, just going for Knockoff, honestly, no reason not to. Now I'm going to go for the Z-Snatch, because since he has a Sand Slash, I'm like, this thing might be Shell Smash, and even if he's not Shell Smash, going for Z-Snatch just so I can't get a Shell Smash off is my best play anyway, so I'm going to go for the Z-Snatch here. On the off chance he does click Shell Smash, ooh, free boosts, and he does click Shell Smash, so thank you so much. We'll take that, get our Shell Smash up, and now we have +4 speed, +2 attack, and +2 special attack, which gives us at 8
stat changes.
Wow, I'm sorry guys, it's currently 4 in the morning. I shouldn't be narrating this late, but here we are. Gonna go for the Power Trip at +8
stat changes.
But I kind of butchered what I was trying to say, LOL. We're gonna get a Moxie boost, so now we have 9 stat changes. So yeah, our Power Trip hits pretty hard. He's gonna bring in Float so thinking he can outspeed me. I'm like, hell no, dude. And he's like, wait, I have Aqua Jet, LOL, and at -1 defense. I'm gonna go down. So even though I snatched a Shell Smash, I wasn't able to do all that much with it, which is kind of unfortunate, but that is the power of priority, sadly. But either way, we're able to prevent the Crustle from popping off, so I'll take it. In comes my Molly here, my Specs Poliwrath. My opponent's gonna pull a switch into the Burnt Cheese, the Alolan Raichu, as now I'm just gonna go for the freaking Focus Blast because I'm trying to do as much damage as possible. Specs Focus Blast hits pretty much everything besides Alolan Raichu, and Specs Focus Blast still does a sizable amount of damage, so I can't complain about that. And I'm not trying to stay in here and take a Thunderbolt because that's going to destroy me, so I'm gonna pull a switch into Ledion. You win, it's Death Fodder because it's my only play really. As my opponent makes a smart play predicting me to switch out, goes for a Nasty Plot. I mean, it was actually a pretty normal play, average play, but I mean, it was a good play at that because now he's going to pressure my team with a +2 Raichu. But either way, I have Scarf Rapidash to revenge kill this thing, so it's not the end of the world. Ledion, unfortunately, going to take 1 for the team. Down goes Ledion, unfortunate. And now I'm going to bring in the Amaterasu, my Rapidash. And I am Choice Scarf Rapidash, like I said. I don't know if my opponent realizes that or not. He did stay in with Maractus against the Rapidash, so maybe he does realize I'm Choice Scarf, who knows. But I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz here and just knock out this Alolan Raichu because this thing is a threat. And we're able to knock this thing out, get a useless crit, down goes the Burnt Cheese, and yeah, we're able to take some recoil, that's fine. My opponent's going to bring in Michael Phelps here again, the Floatzel, and I don't want to stay in here and take a Waterfall or like an Aqua Jet, so I'm going to switch out here. Pretty obvious play, going to pull a switch into Molly yet again, because I do have Water Absorb, I can easily tank any water attacks, as my opponent actually makes a very smart double switch. Double switches into Maractus here, as he's able to, switch to any water attacks, and he has a typing advantage. So that was a pretty solid play on my opponent's part. I'm pretty proud of him for making a double switch there, because it's not really a thing many of my opponents have been doing lately. So whenever I see someone double switch on me, I get pretty proud. I'm like, good job, son. Gonna go for Ice Beam here and not knock out Maractus because Specs Poliwrath, needless to say, isn't the strongest mod, and Giga Drain is going to obliterate my Poliwrath, and yeah, should have probably switched out
Delicious.
there. I definitely thought we could knock him out with Specs Ice Beam, but that is just me overestimating our boy Poliwrath. So down goes Poliwrath, unfortunately. But now, what we're able to do is we're able to bring in Hannah, the Girafarig. And Girafarig didn't even get to go out in the last battle, so I'm hoping that Girafarig is able to do something. I'm going to go for the substitute because Girafarig does get the Sap Sipper ability, and if my opponent tries to go for a Grass-type move, won't really work out for him. So now we're behind a substitute as my opponent has Maractus and Floatzel left. So we look like we're in a pretty good position. I just don't want to get hit by like a Sucker Punch or anything like that. But I guess my opponent doesn't have Sucker Punch because he has a Leech Seed set, thankfully. But now I'm going to go for a Nasty Plot here because we are sub Nasty Plot Rapidash. I figure this is the best way to use it because you can, you know, set up on Grass types pretty easily as long as they don't have a strong dual stab. And you can get up a free sub against Grass type users and Ghost type users for that. So yeah, Liquidation's not going to do much damage to me. And I should have actually brought this out against Trevenant in the last battle. I really wasn't thinking that one through because there's literally nothing it could do because Ghost is immune to normal and Grass is immune to Sap Sippers. So I actually would have done a lot of work there if I used my Girafarig properly, but whatever. I'm going to keep going for Substitute because I want to showcase my entire moveset and I want to be behind a Substitute just in case the Maractus does have Sucker Punch. You guys understand. So I'm going to go for a Substitute yet again and consume our Select Berry. That was pretty obvious because sub Nasty Plot, you're going to have a Select Berry or something on that set. But whatever, we're behind a Substitute now, and I was going to go for the Aqua Jet, realizing that I do outspeed him because of the Select Berry. Smart move. Down goes my Rapidash's Substitute. But regardless, we're able to knock this Floatzel out with a Hyper Voice, and down goes this monster. From what it looked like, my opponent has no way to hit my my Girafarig with Maractus because he had Spikes, he had Leech Seed, he had Giga Drain. He probably has like Hidden Power Fire or something. Like, I'm not sure. But he reveals his last move to be Spiky Shield, so he literally has no way to hit my Girafarig at all. So it is definitely a lost battle for sure. He's just doing the AI strategy of going for Protect for no reason, just to extend the battle a little bit longer. I can definitely respect that. Gotta get that 10-minute ad revenue even though we are at like 16 minutes at this point. But I'm gonna go for Side Shock here and knock out the Give Me a Hug. And yeah, down goes the Maractus, and we're able to defeat my opponent with a 2-0 victory. So that was a pretty fun battle. I got to showcase pretty much every set on my team to a decent amount. Maybe besides like Rapidash. Rapidash didn't really get to do all that much, but Scarf Rapidash was only there just so I don't automatically lose the Scarf Primate. But you know, thankfully his Primate wasn't even Choice Scarf, so I just wanted a fast Pokemon on this team because, you know, Vacuum Wave isn't really enough. But I hope you guys enjoy these Wi-Fi battles against Chiara and Andre, because they were pretty good Wi-Fi battles. I definitely enjoyed them, and it was pretty refreshing not seeing Mesprit and Skuntank on every PU team, so it was definitely a good series of PU battles. If you guys enjoyed these Wi-Fi battles and really want to support my channel, I would appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up button, as it really helps on my channel a lot more than you think, and it's always appreciated. Anyways, the question of the day is going to be, which Pokemon would you guys like to see me use in my future Wi-Fi battles? Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to see any specific Pokemon with a specific moveset. No promises that I'll use it because I do draw a line somewhere, though if you have any fun moveset suggestions, definitely leave them in the comments because it's a good way to interact with you guys. I know I ask this question like every other video, but it's a cool way to interact with my fan base outside of battling, and I know a few of you guys really enjoy seeing your movesets being showcased in my Wi-Fi battles, so yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you have any specific movesets or just Pokemon in general you guys would like to see me use in my future Wi-Fi battles. Remember, no guarantee I'll use them, though I may use them if I feel inclined to. But yeah, that's gonna be the question of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. I'll check you guys next time. Bye.